Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 22 as B1908, and this video is actually starting a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Where we left off, we had just beaten Scold in the Cup, and then we said we were going to come back around about here. So we had a really good month in August after we left off. That definitely gave us a confidence boost. A really solid result against Karlsland, 1-0. 2 draws. This 3-3 actually was pretty amazing for us, I'm not going to lie, because we were 3-1 down by the 57th minute and we came back quite strongly. So pretty happy with that. Then it started to fall apart around here when we lost against Hellerup, I think it is. You'll notice Christopher Palm was there. He played against us and they beat us 2-0. We played all right. They're in the league above us. We were expected to lose. It was still annoying that we lost, but you know, that's life. Luckily, Palm didn't score against us. We then got a fairly convincing 2-1 win against Grieve, who are bottom of the league at the moment. So kind of a match that we're expecting to win. And then we lost against Middelfart 1-0 right at the end of it as well. I think it's like the 83rd minute they scored. Pretty boring game. We didn't play great, as you can see. Only 7 shots, only 1 on target. Now, the reason for that being, since we left off here, we have a look at our transfers, history. Someone decided, the same club that signed Lying actually, signed Stahlfest, who was basically absolutely bossing our midfield at that point. 3 games, 2 goals, a 7.30, and he's now moved up a league to play for these guys. Went on a free because he is on an amateur contract, and we have the same problem again and again. The issue we have now is all of our midfielders. Stahlfest was kind of the missing link because all of our other midfielders are defensive minded. We don't have any attacking midfielders in the centre, which means we are struggling to get chances. So overall, we're struggling a little bit. But then, something popped up in my inbox. And this is why the video is going to be a little bit earlier in the season than I was expecting. Scunthorpe have gone and offered me, or given me the opportunity to interview for the job. So, having a look at Scunthorpe, we have, that's their club. Quite a lot of players in their first team, to be fair. How many players is that? They're quite heavily loaded. And I think maybe this might be their second team as well, or not sure why they have 36 players in their first team. But there you go. One on loan from, where's he on loan from? Reading. So he might be all right. A few players who are playing all right at the moment. You know, overall, the big thing is that like they all have contracts, which means that if we sign someone, we can sell them or choose not to sell them, which is amazing. But yeah, they've had a bit of a torrid time at the moment. If we go on to the history competitions, they've been 19th, 20th and 21st in the National League. So they're currently 21st in the National League. If they stay there, they're getting relegated. So they have just avoided relegation for 2 seasons in a row. And their managers, they've had 2 managers in the last 2 years, basically, not even last a year. So they're definitely struggling. I can see why they sacked these guys if they were coming last. Well, not last, but like near the relegation area to begin with. But overall, I think this is probably a job that we want. So I'm not going to go through the whole interview with you over video, but what I'm going to do is we're going to come back for the next. So what games do we have? We have Slagersley and Kodja Nord FC. So we're going to play these 2 games, finish off September, and we're going to see if we get the job. If we do get the Scunthorpe job, I'm going to have to take it. I feel like it just makes sense to go to a club that will pay me more, probably. I don't even know if I'm getting paid here at the moment. Am I actually getting paid here? What's my contract? How do you tell what your contract is? I have no idea how you can tell what your contract is. Oh, I'm being stupid. There you go. So I'm on an amateur contract. So NA after tax means I'm not getting paid, basically. I'm not really sure how the amateur contracts might be like a pay per hour or something. I'm not really sure how it all works, but it's the lowest of the lows. It's like the lowest contract you can get other than a youth contract where you don't pay as well. So overall, I think it's a no-brainer to go join the English lower leagues and see if we can get Scunthorpe up to League 1, League 2, see how high we can get them, and kind of use this as a stepping stone, maybe, Scunthorpe. Don't really know much about the team itself, so have to have a little research in my own time. But yeah, so we're gonna go do this interview. I won't bother showing you it because I feel like it's not a very entertaining bit to the video. But then we'll go to the next game in this video, and then if in between we get offered a job, or if we don't, then we'll see what happens. So see you in a second. Okay, so we're at our next game. I did the best I could in the interview, so I'm hoping that they're going to come back with a quick response, say that they want me. Basically, they were just saying, not a lot of money. Can you handle the finances? I've handled this club with no money, so I hopefully should be able to. And also dressing room atmosphere. And they said, actually, you don't seem to be able to handle a good dressing room atmosphere. I mean, actually, at the moment, it's gone all the way down to average. I think because of these two kicking off about wanting more game time. So, yeah, I can see where they would come from. That sort of, they said, would you be able to have a good club atmosphere? I have, in the last 2 years, had a really good atmosphere within this club, I feel. So that's something that I think that I can do at Scunthorpe if they would give me a chance. This managerial support is excellent. Cohesion's still not there, and actually this is what you missed as well. While since the last video, Bolzer and Bill both came to me and said we want more game time, and I said yes because I didn't want to lose them because I've lost a couple of players already, and we don't want to start dropping more players. But they're both not really performing, so I've dropped them both for this game, just because they've been the weak links at this point. So I don't want to lose a game just because I'm giving people the playing time that they're asking for. They need to earn it, sort of thing. Bill's not been able to score a goal for a while. Also, Hagstead was playing awesome and then got injured. He was our top player, I think, 7.6. Well, actually, Genji has played pretty well as well, and I've not been able to play him properly. Problem is, you need at least 3 under-21s on the bench, and I didn't realise that. And a lot of our team is now a little bit older, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. But this is a squad that I'm going for this game against Slagersley. We've got Rasmussen in goal, Kosh, Holt, Hansen, and Fredriksson in defence. Lodberg, Overgaard, Nielsen, and Sari in midfield, and Kosovic and Wagner up front. So we're going to submit this team and hope that we can turn it around from a few bad results and start to get back into winning ways. Although they are kind of a middle of the table team at the moment at Slagersley, so they're not going to be an easy game, but hopefully they're not going to be too difficult. Okay, first chance, 12 minutes in, is to them with a throw-in. Good cross in, headed, well saved by Rasmussen, I think. But that was offside, so didn't need it, but a strong start by a keeper. Okay, so Wagner, how is it for us now? Oh, has a real waste. These lads do like to waste the ball with a hoof up front. They now have the ball on the right. Good ball down, and a great ball into the middle. And Clement puts it away. And we are now 1-0 down. And we're going to have to pick ourselves up a bit. Talking about how well Rasmussen did there, he's now done awfully and let in quite a cheap goal, unfortunately. Okay, goal kick to them. Long ball forward. Headed on, and Rasmussen gathers. I mean, didn't have to fall down on the ground to get that, did you now? But then Overgaard has it now to Lodberg. Back to Holt. Oh, what terrible passing. Oh, and that's a goal. Oof, just wide. We're giving it away way too easily now. Another chance. We're getting absolutely demolished. Come on, boys. Pick yourselves up. Nielsen to Fredriksson. Fredriksson has the ball, plays it to Sari. Okay. I'm getting a bit nervous now because they gave the ball away so easily before. Why are you doing back heels, Hansen? Come on now. Okay. We are not getting anywhere with this, lads. Come on. Do something. Holt to Kosh. To Lodberg. I mean, it's given them a bit of confidence, I guess. But, like, we are just passing the ball. And then this happens. And they're going to score, look. What awful play by our boys. And I'm not sure what's happened because it is literally night and day difference between how we were a couple of games ago. And I think, actually, no, I know what the difference is. It's Stalfest is gone. We've lost 3, maybe 4 if you include Lying, major players for our team. And it's getting really frustrating now that they can just go, you know. I mean, is that what I want to say? I did also bring in a new assistant manager, and he's not been great with his suggestions and stuff. He on paper he was a lot better, but yeah, I feel like Sari's not doing great, so we're going to swap him round and bring on Foss, and switch Lodberg to an attacking winger. Nielsen, oh, he's down as an attacking centre mid. He should be a defensive centre mid. That might be why he's struggling. And Thor for Boltzer as a centre back stopper. Come on, Boltzer, time to prove you are worth the time that you are requesting on the pitch. And let's start the second half, and hopefully we can start to claw our way back into this game. Corner to us. It's a good start. Nielsen, header over. We seem to have, there's like a magnet in the goal, which is an opposite magnet to the magnet of the ball, and it pushes the ball away every time it goes near. That makes sense, right? Lodson, Boltzer, and now they're on the attack with Clement. Just everything going wrong for the lads right now. Not really sure what's happened and why. What the heck? What was that? Fredriksson and Rasmussen just both didn't want to go for it, but luckily Rasmussen got it in the end. Oh my goodness. An absolute nightmare. I'm going to have to chuck on Bill up front, see if he can do anything to turn the tides, but we seem to be falling without a trace. Although possession, shots on target, we've got it all happening, it's just not happening, if that makes sense. Fredriksson with the free kick, saved by Wang. He's played quite well today from the looks of it. Now, we have a corner. Can we at least claw one back? I doubt we're going to have a comeback in the next couple of minutes. Wagner, over. Every time we're smacking it over. It's really frustrating. The last 2 games, so many chances just ballooned over the bar. Did yourself proud today? No. Why would we say that? See, there's what's his name? Assistant manager just doesn't seem to understand what to say to get the boys motivated and pumped up. He's like, oh well, unlucky. We were first 2 games ago, and now we're all the way down into 5th. So yeah, it's a bit of a frustration. So we're going to go on to the next game, which hopefully, if we lose this one, we know that the team's struggling. Might even have a team meeting before it to tell them to pick themselves up, because these guys are they're actually only 7th. After being promoted up, they're 7th in the league already, which is pretty decent. They're a point behind us. We need to win this. Otherwise, we're going to drop down to 8th, 9th, and then we're in relegation battle area, and that's not on. So, yeah, we'll be back for the next game in a second. And a quick update. Unfortunately, Scunthorpe decided not to go through with the offer, and they went for Harry Carman, who has now been offered the job, who used to be the manager for Dagon Red. I think that probably has just shown us, though, that we're looking to move on. I think that's the opportunity. There's clubs that are interested in us at that sort of level. I think we should probably move on from this club. There's no way of progressing if I can't offer contracts to people. I can't keep players on an amateur contract. I can't turn professional. The club refuse to. They don't earn enough money. It's just it's a never-ending cycle. So potentially we will have a look at, and where the heck do you find it again? There's a job market somewhere. Oh no, this is where I have no idea how to use a job centre. There you go. So these are the jobs for manager positions. Not a lot that I think I would be able to take on. I mean, there is a second division club in the same division, so Denmark. There's Bundesliga, Free. But I think Free Liga are probably on a similar sort of level, and maybe even Italian Serie C A. I think I could probably go for any of these jobs and see if they wanted to take me. Camber definitely wouldn't. That's Eredivisie. And then you've got Norwegian Premier Division. They wouldn't take me. And Spanish. Which one's this? Is this all reserve teams, or how does this Spanish league work? Structure. There you go. So it goes into the second division, which goes into the first division, which is where. So, okay, they just don't have the rights to use the name La Liga. So, I mean, actually, that potentially could be one that I could take on as well. So we'll have a look and see what these teams are like in the background. We won't show it on film, and potentially apply for some jobs. Just I won't go for any jobs that aren't professional. I've kind of learnt my lesson there. So these ones are all, from the looks of it, professional, which means you can actually offer a contract. You see, must just be Danish football. A lot of the leagues are semi-professional. It's kind of grassroots. But yeah, I think that's kind of given me a little bit of a push to think, actually, if I go for a professional club somewhere in Germany, Italy or Spain, I've got more of a chance of actually doing something. And a lot of these players that I've signed, if I could have sold them for money, I would have sold them. I sold them to a division higher, 2 divisions higher in some cases. So I would have made a lot of money for the club, but they weren't on contracts. So it's just impossible to do anything with. So yeah, I think that is going to be the plan for next video. So I'll apply for some jobs, and then next video we'll have a look and see if anyone puts in an offer or an interview opportunity. And if they offer me the job, then I'm probably going to take it if it's a professional club, to be fair. Even if it's a club that's struggling, I can at least sell and bring in players a lot easier than I can here. So yeah, we're going to move on to the next game now, and they are Korga Nord FC, and the squad that I'm going for is a little bit hit and miss, because good old Roma, who's our captain, has said, you know what, I should be playing even though I'm the worst player in the team. So he's getting a start as right back. We've got to play Bolzer, got to play Bill. I'm kind of being led along by my players' demands, and I think it's going to bite me in the end of the season, because it's going to be a bit of a killing blow for the lads. I'm just having a look. If we put, there's cover he plays best at. Okay, so I'll play Hansen as a covering defender, Bolzer as a stopper. And then other than that, not a lot of changes. So we've got Rasmussen, Roma, Hansen, Bolzer and Kosh. Then we've got Sari, Nelson, Overgaard and Lodberg, and then we've got Koskvik and Bill up front. Koskvik has actually gone down to a 2-star. He's lost ability somehow, and we've put a few players on the bench just to that will like Wagner, I feel he's more opportunity of scoring at the moment, but he's just not got his scoring boots on it, so it's a bit frustrating. But yeah, so we're going to jump into this game and hopefully get ourselves back on the right track with a win. Okay, so we're going to say, well, we're getting praised still by the media apparently, so justify that praise and let's do this. Let's get ourselves a good solid win here, please, boys. Okay, first chance held. Their keeper hits it out and headed away by Hansen, but only as far as their defensive line. I think our strikers just look lazy, a bit sluggish. They don't seem to be chasing after the ball that often. It's just it's a frustrating part of the game. That I've got them on close down, stay on your feet, put a foot in, but look, they're just kind of ball watching as these guys pass it around us very nicely. But then Kosh, well played. See, our defence is definitely our strongest area. Kosh bolts. Oh no. Say that and then our keeper does an absolute spafter of a goal kick. Headed on, straight over Rasmussen. He's not playing well as of late. He's not been performing. I think it's time to drop him. Bring on Thorup for a couple of games because he has definitely not impressed as of late. Free kick to us though. Hit in. Nothing from it, but Lodberg gets the ball. Can we go again? Lodberg plays it to Overgaard, hits the crossbar, and see, that's where you need a striker who's on his toes to be there first. Didn't quite happen. Kosovic plays it to Sari. Sari in. Bill gets there. Overgaard to Nielsen, off the crossbar. I feel like it's just not going to happen. We just can't score. I don't know what's going on. We have hit the bar numerous times and just seem to be unable to get a goal. Even though we've got higher possession, more shots on target, just seem to not be happening. And then again, we hit the crossbar and no one to follow up. Sari gets the ball through, but tackled quite well, to be fair. Might have been a free kick, but we'll let that go. Their keeper, long punt forward. Oh, no, defender loses it. And Rasmussen actually makes a save. Fantastic. Might not drop him straight away then. I probably still will. They're throwing. And they are playing it. Nice triangles there. They're looking good. Off the crossbar for them. Not just us hitting the crossbar then. Half time. It's 1-0. Really disappointing first half. Although the lads aren't playing that badly from the looks of it. Wow, that's a lot of options we've got for half time. Simply have to be better in front of goal. That's what I'm going to go for because we need goals. Otherwise, we're done for. We need to actually. I think it's been 3 games since we've scored. We need to get something. Okay, 65 minutes in. I'm going to have to make some changes. Otherwise, we're going to just end up doing nothing with this. And I think the 2 changes I'm going to make. Oh, I didn't put a centre back on the bench. That's my own foolish fault. We're going to put him as a no-nonsense centre back defend marker. He's supposed to be quite a good defender, so hopefully that will be okay. And other than that, I don't really. Maybe Overgaard off. We don't have any centre mids. My subs bench, because of that under 21s rule, is an absolute mess. Right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring on Foss as a winger attack. I'm going to Lodberg. Where does he play well in midfield? Attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker. That actually might work fairly well for us to have someone in the middle who can do some stuff. Just need to hope we can do something now. And it's a corner to them, and it's headed clear. 83rd minute, and we're not looking like we're going to do anything. The team don't look like they want to win. Just seem to be throwing it away at the moment, and it's really frustrating to watch. Because I know what the lads can do. I know we've played so well last season. I know we've lost some really important players, but the soul of the team is there. What a challenge there by the defender. I don't know who that was. I think it might have been Bolzer, or was it Marker? but well in. I mean, that's at least, that's the problem. We've got such a good defence. We're only losing these games by 1 goal or so. We just need someone up front to do something, and no one's doing anything. Look, we had 15 shots, 3 on target. Absolutely shocking. 52% possession, and we lose 1-0. On paper, embarrassed. You should be embarrassed by that. Well done, lads. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I would throw a bottle, but that probably wouldn't go down too well. And now we're out of the promotion stages. We have to now claw our way back up to the promotion stages, which will be hard. And Bill facing a confidence crisis. I couldn't care less, mate. If you start scoring, then you can maybe get some confidence back. But he's played 12 games without scoring, and he's getting angry that he's not being played first team. Disgraceful. Like, you shouldn't even be playing for this team. Part of me is tempted just to release him and just be like, on your way, mate, because I'm done with you. But let's not act under circumstances. Let's think about it and go and definitely criticise his form. Don't want you to worry. Criticise. We're on a disappointing side down the table, and we've all been at fault, but I expect more from you, and have been rather disappointed by your recent form. I don't think I played that bad recently. I'm the one who picks a team, and you should take my criticism on board. Oh, he's kicking off now, saying I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said. I don't think I played that bad recently. You played 6 games and got no goals. For a striker, I think that's pretty bad. So yeah, not a great ending to this video, is it? But overall, very frustrating. From August to September. August, we got 3 wins and were undefeated all month. We got 3 wins, 3 draws. In September, the 1 player left, and we went from getting 3 wins to 3 draws, undefeated, to 1 win, 4 losses. Absolutely shambles. I mean, they're not big losses, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, but it's not good enough, is it? So, and we've got hard games now coming up next month. They're all games apart from Rockslide, KU, FUM, we should be losing all of these because they're a lot better teams than us on paper. And we should have won at least these 2, the Korga Nord FC and the Slagersley. So it's a little bit frustrating, I'm not going to lie. If we'd have got these wins, these ones wouldn't have been as important. But we'll move on. So what the plan is for the next video is we're going to come back for these 2 last games, Graver and Middelfart. And if at some point over here we get a job offer, we'll obviously do that, start the video earlier and pick up from there. Because, yeah, it's a bit of a crisis here at the moment, and I'm not really sure how to get these lads out of it, because I think bringing in more players isn't going to help. Our cohesion is only just getting back up. I mean, it's going down now. Club atmosphere is going down. Managerial support going down. But team cohesion was poor before, so we're getting there. We're getting people used to playing with each other, and then the results will come. It's just taking so long. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a depressing episode for you. It was for me. Remember to come back next time and see what we're going to do. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.